we are at the end of the year, guys. The grad fair will be taking place here in the student parking lot at 4:30. Be sure to stay tuned for more on the final episode of JCHS Today. Good afternoon, I'm Bethany Tapey.
And I'm Austin Collins.
And you're watching JCHS Today. Let's get started. If you leave school and go to a job, chances are you've been to a job interview. Heather Fields informs us about the mock interviews that took place here at school.
On April 28th, as well as Friday, May 7th, the auditorium was full of Chromebooks and nervous students. Virtual mock job interviews took place for students in the third course of their career pathway. Representatives from different local companies gave their time to interview students for various employment positions. Although they had to be virtual this year, the process went smoothly. Students went through a preparation phase with their teachers, answering practice questions and finding the proper attire. Levi Atkinson talks about how the process prepared him for the future.
I really believe it will. It gave me a lot of useful tips on making a resume and doing interviews.
Many high school students have jobs, and although it can be daunting, interviews are an essential part of the process. The communication skills used in interviews apply to many other areas of employment. Learning to make a proper appearance and portray confidence are important interview skills as well. Ms. Ferguson, who organized the interviews, feels the process is rewarding for students.
The students are typically nervous going into the job interviews. I was very impressed this year that they dressed professionally, even though we're doing the interviews virtually this year. They appeared nervous. We, did what we could to reassure them, and most of the students coming out of it felt very positive about it.
The mock interviews allow students to gain experience and prepare for venturing out of high school and into the workforce.
These interviews weren't just for the experience, they were also for a grade. I was super nervous about mine, but thankfully my preparation led me to a good experience. Here's Austin with more information.
Football is normally a fall sport, but spring football has arrived. The spring scrimmage is tomorrow. Tickets are $10 and concessions will be open all night. The game starts at 8 and will be played here at the Greyhound Field. Underclassmen, listen up. If you plan on leaving school early after your final exams, you must fill out the early release forms, circling the time you are leaving from school. The form must be turned into Ms. Bateman no later than Monday. Seniors do not have to turn in the forms, but must sign out in the attendance office if they are leaving early May 17th or 18th. If you plan on exempting your finals, there is 3 ways to do so. An 80 or higher in your class, 80 or higher on EOC or EOPA with a passing grade, or passing with no more than 5 absences all year long. Here's Bethany with more information.
Students, if you do not meet the qualifications of exemption, listen up. The exams you have to attend are followed next Friday. 1st, 3rd, and 7th periods will have exams. The next exam day, Monday the 24th, 2nd and 6th will have exams. And finally, the following day, Tuesday, will have exams for 4th and 5th periods. Remember students, summer is near. Do you remember when you came to school and half of your friends weren't here? Well, let's look back at that.
Do virtual learning without actually telling me.
Get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend has gone down. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the.
Here at Jones County High School, we strive to be respectful, responsible, and safe. That's why we converted to AB schedule to limit the amount of contact tracing. Here in AV Tech, we made some videos for our assignments. practice with transitions and deception shots. Although these videos were fun to film, we are glad to be back at school with friends and glad we can bring you guys the news for the last few weeks of school.
Yearbooks are in, and here's how they'll be distributed. Seniors, you'll receive your yearbooks today at the grad-through. Juniors, you'll receive yours Monday, May 17th, sophomores May 18th, and freshmen May 19th. Juniors, sophomore, and freshmen will need to pick their yearbook up on their specified date during lunch in Mr. Welch's room in the College Career Academy. Here's Austin with more information.
Seniors, the second annual grad-through will start at 4:30 and end around 6:30. Check in at the pre-K parking lot. You're encouraged to have a driver during this drive-through. In addition to seeing your former teacher, you will receive cap, gown, and yearbook if purchased. Chicken biscuits, slushies, chips, and candy. Interested? Let's take a look at the school store.
It's pretty cool. You get to meet a lot of people and you get to really have relations with friends. We always have people come in. Some days are slower than others though. If you want to join the school store, it's really a big step for your high school career. It'll really give you an idea of what you want to do later on in life. If you really want to help people out, if you really want to be social and interactive with everybody that comes to you, then definitely go for this. And I recommend it 100%, and you get a lot of work experience for jobs you may have in the future.
What I enjoy about marketing is interacting with other people. You're going to come across many people in the school that you normally probably wouldn't come across.
Most popular item, definitely the slushies. People come in from every class, near and far, wanting some slushies. And what DECA does is gives you an idea of what marketing is and the things around marketing. We go on field trips, we'll do community service. It opens up a lot of opportunities, and I recommend it 100%.
The school store can set you up for future job environments. If you're interested in working in the school store, please stop by Ms. Smith's room and ask.
All the revenue the school store gains is used to fund the marketing class and DECA. Last weekend, the JCHS Advanced Women's Choir and Men's Choir competed in the Music in the Parks event at Chapel Hills High School. They received superiors in every category and won first place in their division. Congratulations to Ms. Wilcox and to all the choristers who competed. We are so proud of our seniors here at Jones County High School. Gracie Goblin interviewed a few of them and asked them for words of advice. Here's one last word from our Jones County High School class of 2021 seniors.
I would say that some advice that I have would be like academic-wise, try to start dual enrollment as soon as you can, because especially if you have an idea or a plan to go into something that has a lot of college, it really helps and it looks really good on college transcripts. If not, just try to get through as many classes as you can at one time. I know it can be very drawing in for counselors to say, you can take 6 classes your sophomore year. No, take all 7. So your senior year, you have 2 classes.
Don't spend too much time stressing. Once you get to your senior year, that'll definitely be your easiest year. Don't worry about the future. Worry about what's happening right now.
Stack up your cheese, stay out the way, do what you want to do.
Stay in school, get your education because you have a future,
Get all your assignments done.
Yes.
Don't be lazy.
Please don't be lazy. Be ahead of the game, you know what I'm saying?
Just don't stop. No matter how hard it gets or how many times you get knocked down, just keep going till you can't go no more, I guess. So make it to the end.
Always be true to yourself and find new friends. In 9th grade, it's hard to find new friends, but trust me, I found a lot of new friends in 9th grade, and then they've lasted until 12th grade year. And don't procrastinate on your work, and try to take as many classes as you can, because then in your senior year, you can have free periods, and that's always nice.
Do your work, because you don't want to be in no predicament like I was. Stay focused, stay humble, stay away from the pride, because everybody ain't your partner, so stay away from them, you feel me, and stay focused.
Pass your classes, keep up with your work, books, keep dedication high. Don't do drugs or vape or smoke or dip. And don't get anybody pregnant. Stay in school and try to graduate. That's like, it's not that hard.
Non-academic advice, I would say try to have as much fun as you can. Really, life is a party, especially in high school. I would say my most memorable advice that I've ever gotten and that I would like to give to all underclassmen is you can always retake a class, but you can never relive a party.
Yeah, since I've been here the last 3 years, it's just really been a grind, you know, so now that I'm a senior, I would really just say get your work done, just be on time with classes. That's a big thing for me. So these freshmen that we get in class with, they do the right thing. What do you think?
Is this thing on? Sometimes in life, with lemons you can make lemonade. And sometimes that lemonade is a little too tart, but you're gonna drink that lemonade anyway, right?
That's right.
That's the same thing in life. Sometimes life ain't gonna be good, but you gotta keep going. Keep fighting. Fight. Y'all about to get that diploma, right? And we're proud of you, aren't we?
Proud.
Proud. But keep going. Keep drinking that lemonade.
Before we get a chance to say goodbye on our last show, our crew has some words to share.
Howdy. My favorite memory is either the football segment or the soccer segment, because the soccer segment was edited, it was my best work of editing, and they were both fun.
Probably everybody in here breaking stuff all the time, especially Bobby. He's broken a lot of stuff.
Probably filming my first ever segment because it was getting me a feel for things of how my segments were going to work out.
My favorite memory from this class is definitely when Avery sucked at baseball. It was hilarious. He could not throw a strike to save his life.
Probably when we did the TikTok segment. I love the TikTok segment. When we rated people's TikToks, that was fun. This is my first day here because I got to meet all of y'all, and y'all are really all cool. And literally, it has been great ever since. So.
All the group projects I've done with my friends.
My worst memory from this class is definitely Mr. Welch critiquing our segments. Like, I feel like they're good enough. Can you just let us roll the segment instead of making it worse?
When I unplugged the keyboard from my piano segment and almost got electrified to death.
In the pathway test.
Drinking that smoothie, that thing was disgusting.
Having to help Bobby with all of his in over his head segments. Yeah, that was probably it. Because they actually did no work, and I had to do pretty much everything while they just goofed around. But then I got to goof around, so I mean, it kind of evened out, but still, it was.
Mr. Welch said he was leaving because I was really looking forward to having another class with him next year.
When everybody's slacking off and I have to do all the work and carry the team.
Back to my job.
Back to my work.
Now back to work.
So I'm gonna get back to work now.
Time to go back to my camera.
Well, I gotta get back to work, so
I gotta get back to my job. I'm telling Bennett to shut up.
Bye. I've had so much fun, and I'm gonna really miss everybody.
We've had a lot of fun being your anchors for this year's JCHS Today, and we're sorry to say that this is going to be our last show.
Of the entire year. It's crazy. I can't believe it.
You ready to say your final goodbye, Austin?
I am.
Bye.
That's the best news. Hey.
I love you guys. Bye. It's been fun. I'm sorry that it was cringy.